Hello, welcome to Digital Learning. I'm Connie Kolosey, Director of Media, Text, and Digital Learning. And for our show today, I have with me Laura Clark, who is a Technology Integration Coordinator in my department. And I have Connie Dierking, who is, Connie, what is your title?
I'm an instructional staff developer with elementary reading language arts.
Otherwise, she's a reading guru. She's been helping Pinellas County students and teachers for many years. We worked together before and on reading projects, and so we're here today to talk about the Pinellas Vocabulary Project. So, Connie, we've been teaching vocabulary for a long time. What's new about this?
Research says that vocabulary is the foundation for reading comprehension and for everything we do in life. In fact, there's some research that even says that vocabulary is directly correlated to the amount of money you will make in your life. Oh. So we've been teaching vocabulary, but what's different is we've got a K-5 program now that tells teachers these are the words that are high impact words. We've pulled them out of standards, we've pulled them out of test specs, we've pulled them out of read-alouds, we've pulled them out of content, and we've organized them by grade level so that teachers have access to the words. And we've compiled them into a booklet, and now every teacher has lists of words that are research-based, important words to teach, and we've given them a structure for teaching them.
So I think back in the day, we would just pull some words out of whatever text we were reading and figured it was good to learn some words. But now, I think you're saying that when kids start from the beginning and they get to 5th grade, there's a body of words that they have been explicitly exposed to.
Exactly, that's what we're saying. And then as we go up the grades in through 12th grade, high school teachers can be assured that these words are words that kids have been exposed to. There's no way we can possibly teach every single word that a child needs to know, but academic vocabulary words we do know are bang for your buck. So we want to ensure that as they move up the grade levels, they are exposed to these words and they understand what they mean.
So, also back in the day, a vocabulary lesson really took the form of a spelling test, right? Mm-hmm. And we would have our list of words that we would memorize for the week, and we'd look them up in the dictionary, and we'd write down a definition that we didn't know what those words meant either. And so, how have things progressed since that old look them up in the dictionary?
Yeah. Again, we rely on research, and teachers know this. We would teach vocabulary words that way, and then lo and behold, we would find 2 weeks later, even though they got 100 on the vocabulary test, they had no idea what the word means. So we have decided to use Marzano's 6-step approach to teaching vocabulary words, because we know looking up in the dictionary doesn't hold. So the 6 steps we lay out in the vocabulary booklet and in the training, and they involve introducing the words with some kind of kid-friendly definition or embedded in a story, or maybe even showing a little video that would show kids, illustrate what this word would mean. That's step 1. Step 2 is we give kids opportunity to talk with each other using the word. Then that leads to step 3, which we provide kids with a non-linguistic representation of the word.
So what does that mean in layman's terms?
Well, what that means is we show a picture of the word, we draw a picture of the word, we have a gesture that would illustrate the word, something that doesn't involve print, so that everyone has access to the word. So that's how we introduce words now, instead of just looking them up in the dictionary. And then there's 3 additional steps, which digital learning is a big part of those steps, where kids get to know the words deeply. They interact with the words in engaging ways. They play games with the words. They work in groups and talk about the words. And they look at antonyms and synonyms and multiple meanings of words. And so it's more of a playful, fun, engaging way, so that kids are exposed to these words multiple times.
So one of the great things about you, Connie, is that not only are you a staff developer who works at the district office, you're a skilled instructional a teacher. And so we have a little clip of you working with some students. I believe it's from this past summer. So let's take a look.
Thank you. So embarrass, the gesture that we could use if we want to remember what this word means is we could go like this. Embarrassed. You try it. Embarrassed. Very good. I have another word I want to show you today. This word is agree. Agree means to share the same opinion with somebody else. We have to agree on the rules at the beginning of the school year so that we will know what to do. Agree. Now, I want you to think about this. Do you agree with this statement? There should be no homework in first grade. Talk to your partner about if you agree with that or not. Okay, turn and talk.
I agree. I don't agree.
You agree with that?
No, I don't.
You disagree?
Yeah,
You
I
like homework?
disagree.
You like homework?
No. I agree.
You agree no homework in first grade?
Well, I didn't expect him to disagree with
You
homework.
would hope not, but you never know.
Did that surprise you?
Yeah, I did. It did a little bit. And what the point of this is to get them to use the word, to hear the word orally, to try to use it in a sentence. And so it was a nice disagree, agree that actually it was nice that the boys used both, and to be able to support why they disagree or agree.
So we saw you give them a gesture for
Yes.
embarrass,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
that was good. I liked, we need to agree on the rules so we'll know what to do. I like that. And then these kids obviously are accustomed to turning and having a discussion with each other, right? This is normal?
Yes, they are. We have promoted oral language in Pinellas County Schools for a long time, and one way to build vocabulary is to talk. And so we're kind of two birds with one stone that turn and talk, partnership talk. And you're right, these kids were well used to talking to each other.
We talk about the 21st century standards and, you know, the ability to communicate and the so-called soft skills.
Right, right.
And so we're building the hard skills and the soft skills at the same time.
Exactly, exactly.
So how did you two end up together on this project? How'd that work out?
My lucky day is how that worked out. Laura and I, our desks aren't that far from each other, and I knew Laura as a teacher, and we were talking about all the cool things in the name of technology now that teachers and students are able to use. And we were talking about the Vocabulary Project, and Laura as a teacher used steps to teach vocabulary. I don't think we had the Marzano really 6 steps at those times, but she was doing a lot more than looking up words. And so she started sharing with me some of the things that she did as a classroom teacher, and really, really neat, engaging things with, at the time, smartboard technology was something that everybody was very familiar with. I had a comfort level actually with that, so she was showing me some of the things that we were doing, and it just kind of exploded into, wow, let's take these vocabulary words and let's figure out a way to have teachers engage with technology as they're engaging with vocabulary and oral language. And Laura really took it from there and made that come alive.
So through our referendum funds that supports technology in Pinellas County, we really at this point have smart boards in almost every single elementary school.